How you doing today? So, we got a review for Spy. So, Spy is about Melissa McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy is one of those people who are in the spy's ear, you know, telling her, okay, there's a hallway to your next, there's a guard there, take that person down, and then throw a birthday party while you're at it. And that person who's pretty much in the ear just telling what the spy to do. But one day, mysteriously, this dude is dead. He pretty much dies on one of the missions. So Melissa McCarthy's like, you know what, I'm gonna go into the field. So she goes into the field trying to find this person who killed his partner, and also pretty much trying to figure out what's going on, what's the scenario, and you know, who's behind all this mischief.
Fuck this shit,
Okay, so pretty much this story, or film, is funny as fuck. This is the best comedy I've seen in Melissa McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy is a funny person. She's great. And whatever role you give her, she pretty much plays the same type of person. But in this role, she's not that type of person. She is pretty funny. She's a kick-ass girl. She can kick my ass, probably. She's that good in the way they filmed her action sequences, and really it's also directed by the same guy who directed The Heat and also the the Ghostbusters movie. Also star Melissa McCarthy. Ghostbusters wasn't the best movie, but Spy definitely shows that the dude knows how to direct great comedies. And honestly, I was laughing out loud for every instant. Melissa McCarthy brings it. She's that audience member who's like, oh, I'm in the shit right now. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm so excited. She's trying to figure out what's going on. But it's great because you actually feel for her. You're like, oh shit, this girl has been going through some shit. And you know what? Finally, when she gets her chance, you know that she needs to excel on this mission. And then you get Jason Statham. Now, Jason Statham is a supporting character, but the dude is hilarious. Now, I know him from the Expendables movies. I know him from a bunch of movies. He's also in the Fast and Furious movies. So I'm like, okay, this guy's gonna be a kick-ass agent, whatever. But the guy is hilarious. There's one part in the movie where he pretty much talks about himself, like how cheesy action heroes talk about themselves in 90s and 80s movies. And you would think that, oh my god, this is gonna be annoying. This is fucking 2017. But no, it's really, really funny. He's just absurd and stupid, but it's great to see his presence with Melissa McCarthy pretty much one-upping each other. It's something that I really liked in the Fast and Furious movies, or Fate of the Furious, when The Rock and pretty much Jason Statham are going hand in hand. This is pretty much the same instance, but it's R-rated, so you got that R-rated pleasure. And plus, the action sequences and the blood and the gore, it worked. They actually went all in, and I'm just glad they can do that. A lot of R-rated movies are trying to be like, oh, it's R-rated and shit, or they're trying to just be bloody and too sweary and shit. Sweary. That's why they go sweary.
I went to an Ivy League school. I'm very highly educated. I know words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
But this movie didn't do that. This movie actually tried to go that whole, you know, we're gonna swear where we need to, and where we need to have comedy effect. And this movie has a lot of comedic performances, so let's put them in swearing modes. Let's put them in the funny comedy, and it works. As a comedy, it does perform. There are points where I just laughed out loud, gut laughing, and you know the parts I'm talking about when you see the movie. It's really when the second act kicks into gear is when the comedy begins. Throughout the first half, I think that they could have shaved this off, they could have shaved that off. One of the main things that I didn't like about this movie is the pacing. Some of the pacing is wonky. Sometimes it's just slow, sometimes it's really fast paced. I felt like if they kept that maintenance or kept that main, you know, steady pace, it would have worked. And there are parts where they could have cut it off. You don't need that sentiment in a movie like this. But it worked regardless. I just thought that maybe they could have cut down some shit. There are characters that you could have enhanced, made them have more funny roles. There are characters that were just too absurd and just over the top cartoony. In a movie like this, I wouldn't expect them to do that, but it's great to say that this movie really is also a homage to spy movies. And it's something that you expect to in a movie named Spy, which, first of all, Jeremy John said that there's no movie called Spy. I have to agree. I don't know what other movie would have said spy. But it would say spy in the name, like Spy Next Door or some shit. But it wouldn't be like spy, and that's really cool to hear that. It's an interesting fact. But regardless, I enjoyed the spy homages. You know, the stereotypes that you expect in a movie, or I guess cliches that you expect in a movie about, or spy movies or espionage movies. That is what is going on in this movie. They're pretty much, critiquing, or I guess satirizing, this spy genre. And you know what, in a movie like this, in a movie named Spy, that works. In the end, I'm just gonna cut it short. This movie is great. There's a lot of comedy, there's a lot of great acting. The actors do a great job in delivering comedy and delivering serious moments when they need to. And though the pacing's wonky and there's some over the top cartoony people, this is a comedy that I think that should be watched, should be remembered for being the best at what it does. It's not trying to be a spoof movie like, ooh, let's put something random. We're actually going to try and do this right, and it does work. So I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. It's great. It's above average. It's an amazing movie. I could have expected that little edge. They don't really push the boundaries, but for a movie that you want to giggle and laugh to, it works. It's really good. I watched it the other day, and it's been a while, but I still laugh at the same parts that I laughed at when I watched it initially. So as always, I pass the conversation on to you. Did you like Spy? Was Spy a great movie? As always, leave that in the comments down below and tell me if you liked it, you hated it, whatever. And as always, like this video. And as always, I tell you what's hot, what's not. Rate movies, TV shows, and trailers. So as always, hit me up, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button. As always, I see you guys next time. Peace. I totally forgot my fucking intro.